Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Aunt Mary's niece, and we're in the land of the living. We're happy, excited, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So, as you can see, I got a new camera, and I'm hoping that this was working out a little bit better, but I'm still kind of getting adjusted. So, let me know if the quality is getting better, and I will be doing some upgrades as time goes on. So, basically, what I want to talk to you about today, and somebody is sending me a text. Okay. So basically, what I want to talk to you today about is how to read playing cards and actually how I had my start. So I'm a 70s baby, but from what I can remember in the 80s, that's when I first learned how to read playing cards because we had what was called card houses back in the day. And truly, we have them here now too. But on these card houses, I think they played on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays because you couldn't play on Sundays. And see, I grew up in the Baptist church where we wasn't really allowed or not supposed to play cards. But some of the card houses had some of the people who played gospel or was in the quartets and such. And so when you're a little child, they just let you just be around, especially if they think that you're gifted or you have a coal over your eye or if you have a veil over your face. So if they know that about you, they always want you around because you can kind of like help them out or what have you. But even though you might be gifted in certain things and you might know, there's still rules to that. You can't just walk up to people and start telling them what you think and what you see. You have to be kind of careful about that thing. And not only that, you have to get permission. Because who wants their business out like that? Now, truthfully, I personally just don't care because anything I've done, it happened, it didn't happen, and it is what it is. And so, oh my goodness, I've got to get my earrings for you all, but don't worry about it. I'm still all woman. So, but I wanted to have my little earrings in my ear. But nevertheless, let me make sure my little lipstick right. Nevertheless, with playing cards, the first time I actually saw it is when they had books. I broke down my playing cards in a section of books so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And as I upgrade a little bit better, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. So So here, this is one book. So you get this one book, and then when you get another book, when you're playing, you put it on top of each other like this, like so. And then when you get another book, you put it like so. And so in these card houses, you usually sit at a table of four people, and whoever's in front of you, what you would do, it would be your partner. So as he was picking up the books, I was actually reading the cards and seeing what was going on in their life and actually watching what they do after playing cards and so forth. So this is something quickly so that you would know how to read. If you get anything with a spade is going to tell you about obstacles, risks, and things that you need to be aware of. It's going to also talk about loss and treachery and things of that nature. But you won't know until you can identify the numbers that go along with the corresponding cards. If you get anything with the diamonds, it's going to tell you about your money, honey. Yeah, it's going to tell you about your money. But again, you have to know what the corresponding numbers are, and you need to be able to read in context. Remember when we first started reading it as children, we had to look at the beginning and the end of a sentence. And the same is true when you're reading cards. If you get anything with the heart, that's going to tell you about love, relationship, families, and even your children. But in order to identify, if it's about your child or so forth, you're going to have one of these. And we'll go ahead and talk about that after I get through telling you about the club. The club is going to deal with your socializations and organization that you're a part of, and just basically your social environment. Now, I did hint it about, you know, you got your kings, your queen, your joker, your ace, and what have you. That's going to tell you about people, places, and things that you need to be aware of, and if it's upright or not. You know, like this joker that you see is upside down. So it's going to tell you about that, and it kind of identifies, such as like with the Hermit, if you will, from a regular tarot deck. Now, I read both tarot and playing cards, but I have longevity in reading playing cards. Why? Playing cards was very readily available to me because when I was growing up, I loved to play I Declare War. I haven't played it recently, but even with the I Declare War, when you put out, you know, your card sometimes is an indication on what's going on with your life. So typically, I don't know, you can see my nose ring, but I can see the inside. Um, Typically when you're looking at cards and you're reading it, you're looking at the numbers as well as the symbols that come along with it. So if you ever need to have an in-depth consultation on how to read cards, I would be more than happy to do so. If you're willing to go to www.auntmarysniece.com and make sure you put an S behind Mary's. And reading playing cards is very simple. You just got to know how to. And like I said, I've probably been reading it since 7 or 8 years old and having a good time with it. It's readily available. You can go into the grocery store to get them, go to the Dollar Tree to get them. But I will say this, any of my playing cards that I used to read with, I do not play with nor allow anyone to play with them because they have been anointed to tell me things about what's going on. And so you don't want it to be tainted with people. And when you're doing a reading, you need to also make sure that you cleanse before and after not only your body, but your cards, as they are an extension of yourself. So I think what I'm going to start doing is doing some readings and then go from there. What y'all think about that? Okay. So until we see each other next time, may there be peace between you and I. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.